Well, Michael, quick turnaround as always with midweek games. Are you pleased with the performance, especially defensively on Saturday?
Yeah, I thought we again, really good defensive performance. At times we had to be really dogged and see things out. I thought Lucas again was brilliant coming for crosses and dealing with what they were throwing at us. I thought at times, when we needed to, we put bodies on the line. But all in all, I don't think we created too many chances. They didn't create too many chances, but I think we took our chances, if you like. So
it was a real dogged performance, wasn't it? It wasn't really many would say it wasn't pleasing on the eye, but again, sometimes you need to grind out results like that, don't you?
Yeah, I think sometimes you can come away and think it wasn't pleasing, but there were some moments that were really pleasing, especially with the ball in the first half, and there were some transitional moments where we could have been better. But I think all in all, it's a tough place to go. We knew the situation they'd be in with the new manager. We knew that the pitch size is huge. So really it's about getting on the road, getting points, and that's what counts at the minute. So I was really pleased we managed to do that.
And of course Lucas now has the second most clean sheets in the league. Obviously incredible for him, but it's not just him, is it? It's the whole defensive unit as a whole that's contributing to that.
Yeah, I think it's the whole team. I have to the way that we want as coaching staff to play behind the ball and what they do behind the ball. The attackers stop the ball going to the midfielders stop the ball going to their attackers or our defensive line, and our defensive line stops it going to Lucas. So, it might sound silly, but we defend from the front. And I think the more that we can defend from the front and the less opportunities they have to get between our lines, the less work Lucas has to do. But when Lucas does have to do his work, he has to do what he gets paid for, which is coming for crosses, which is stopping goals, which he's been brilliant at so far.
Of course, Ben out at the weekend. Is he feeling any better, and any other injury updates as well?
Yeah, Ben's better over the last couple of days. So we've got to keep I think it was one of those 48-hour flus that just knocks you out. So he's hopefully going to return on the grass with us today. Well, he is returning on the grass with us today, and then we'll just see how he gets through that, really.
Of course, you're a couple of months into the job as a whole now. How much are you still learning every day? I suppose every day is a learning day, but is it surprised you how much you're still learning, or is it as you expect?
That's a good question. I think you learn every day. I think you have to. I think as a coach, you learn about your players, you learn about your staff, you learn about the environment, you learn about the league, you learn about how other teams want to play, other managers. So I'm one of those coaches that takes every day and tries to improve. And that's the same with the group. Like every day we need to get better, every day we need to improve. And I say to them all the time, better never ends. Like we have to keep getting better as much as possible. And in that we'll have good and not so good performances, but yeah, I think that's the nature of football, because it changes quickly, it evolves quickly, so we have to keep learning, all of us together.
Of course you take it game by game, but those playoffs are heading a little bit closer. A lot of Imps fans are maybe thinking that a late playoff push is on the charge. Is that really affecting it, or are you just still taking it game by game?
Well, I think it's nice that the fans are getting behind the team and can see that, and it's brilliant that the lads have done well in the last few games to give the fans something to get behind. But I think we have to be realistic. We have to take game by game. We're still a way off that. But I think I said at the start of this month, let's see where we are at the end of the month. We're not at the end of the month yet, and I think the next couple of games are big for us. But more before we even get to Saturday, we've got a tough opponent in tomorrow who have just gone to Reading and won. So I think it is a cliche a little bit, but if we just take every game and try and perform in every game, and next couple of games see where we are after that.
Of course, you say it was a great win for Shrewsbury at Reading. They only scored 7 away goals before that and 3 in the same day. It's typical, isn't it, coming to Lincoln? I guess it shows that they can't be complacent, even though it seems like it would be a nail-on result as far as it goes for home games. Can't be complacent going into the match.
Yeah, so one of my learnings is there's no nail-on result. So I'll be honest, that's one of my learnings is you can't think and go into games thinking you can just dominate opposition. And we know there's a new manager gone in there. They had a bit of a manager bounce, which is great. And Paul, we know he's a very experienced manager, and they look a well-coached team, well-organised, play in a certain way that makes it really tough for teams to play against. Pack in the middle of the pitch, so it'll be really attritional at times because that's how they like to play sometimes. And so we know it's going to be a really tough, hard-fought game. We know they've got ability in both boxes at set pieces, and Shea Dunkley is a real handful for any player at this level. So we've got to stop all their threats, and then we've got to be really confident and take the game to them when we have the ball, and be really aggressive without it when we can.
I suppose it's cliche in football, isn't it? That first goal is vital, but with a team like Lincoln, whose defensive record speaks for itself, and Shrewsbury, the second, I think it's joint least goals scored in the league this season, that first goal and the confidence to get that first goal, like you say, will be vital.
Yeah, I think at any level the first goal's vital. I think at any level of football, you know, I can't remember the stat exactly, but it's something like you don't lose. 70% of teams don't lose when they score the first goal. So any level of football, the first goal is really important because the opposition has to change, think differently. But for us, we've been quite good at that. And when we do go ahead, we're a really tough side to play against, which is pleasing.
And finally, it's the first game on a Tuesday under the LNER lights for quite some time, I think. So a lot of Lincoln fans looking forward to that. How much are you looking forward to getting back under the floodlights on a Tuesday night here in Lincoln?
Yeah, really excited. It's a really special place when the lights are on, and hopefully we can put in a performance and the lads can do well again. And I know they love it, and I know they love playing at home again with a big, noisy crowd, and hopefully we can do the job and get some positive performances, if you like. A positive performance tomorrow, and then positive result will come with that, hopefully.